All right, I'm the Flat Rate Master, and today we're talking about automotive YouTubers leaving the shop. All right, so somebody made a comment on a video, and if I find it, I will put it up here. The automotive industry is so great. Why do so many automotive YouTubers leave the industry? I'm sure the main part of this comment comes from Rust Belt mechanic leaving the dealership and going to work for SP Tools. Now, I don't know Rust Belt personally. I've chatted with him online. We've gone back and forth on email, stuff like that. But I don't know him personally. I've never met him. So everything expressed is my opinion. In his video talking about the change, he talked about an opportunity of a lifetime, and it's fine. Whether or not you continue to watch his content is up to you. So I don't know the circumstances, pay difference. I don't know any of that stuff, but I do know some other YouTubers. So we'll talk about those guys. First one we're going to talk about is Ford Tech Make You Loco. Now, I know him. I've met him once, chatted with him several times online and social media, stuff like that, but I have actually met him. And cool dude, but I've been watching his channel for, well, many years. Before I was a YouTuber, I subscribed to him. I subscribed to him back when he was at the Ford dealership. I know from watching his channel, the reason he left the dealership is because the dealership gave him an ultimatum. Quit making YouTube videos or quit working here. And he chose to go on his own, open his own shop, and obviously very successful. He's continued to make YouTube content, just added a new lift to his shop. He had to make a choice between continuing to work at the dealership and YouTube. That's why he left the dealership life. Motor City Mechanic, David Pike. I know him very well. I've had drinks with him. I've had lunch with him. Cool dude, lives here in Georgia. He left the dealership life. Why? To start his own shop, to build his own business. And I, of course, wish him all the luck in the world. He made a conscious decision to start his own business. That's why he left the dealership life. Humble Mechanic. Also, know him. Cool dude. Had drinks with him on several occasions. Had lunch with him and David. If you followed Humble as long as I have, I believe I was in the 5,000 subscriber range when I subscribed to him. Thomas EXO VCDS is actually who turned me on to him. I followed him for a long time, and if you followed him back then or have seen his old content, he was much more dealer life, Volkswagen tech content. He was very much what I do, except I do general technician stuff, and he is actually one of the inspirations for this channel. Him and Eric the Car Guy, just a side note. ETCG1 more than Eric the Car Guy. But anyway, I digress. In case you can't tell, I watch Jay's 2 cents a lot. So as his channel grew, he changed his content more towards the DIYer side and the performance side of Volkswagen Auto World. So he went more towards the mainstream side of the channel. Now, I told you all of that because let's get real. And I'll say this again because people don't understand. Making YouTube content is not as easy as it sounds. It's not as, well, glamorous. If you look at the clock, it is 8:27 or so at night. I've been at the shop since 7 o'clock. I still have one more video to shoot. And then I've got to edit all this stuff. When it comes to being a YouTuber, there's a lot of work that goes into it. Not complaining, I'm just stating fact. And as your channel grows, that work increases. And Charles made a decision that one of them had to change. Either YouTube or the dealer life. He chose YouTube. But I talk about all that stuff because people do not understand. Like, let's say you film a repair on a vehicle, and somebody suggested a while ago I strap a GoPro to my head and just film it and then do a voiceover, which wouldn't work. I'd have to edit out a lot of me looking at a computer screen and change batteries all the time. And if you've ever strapped a GoPro to your head, you know it doesn't always look at what you need to show. So if you actually film YouTube videos of car repairs, it takes a while. It significantly increases the amount of time it takes to do the repair. You have to set up your camera to get the shot you need. You have to set up lighting to get the shot you need. So if you're doing automotive repair style, you know, DIY professional type videos, it takes a while to film, and then you've got to edit it. If you're editing 2 hours of footage, well, you get to scrub through 2 hours of footage, then you get to do the initial edit, then you got to fine tune it, then you got to fine tune it again, and then you have to watch it all through however long it is. That can take a lot of time. Now, my videos, I stand in front of a camera and talk. Might be a 5-minute video, might be a 10-minute video, might be a 2-minute video. What y'all don't understand is there's a lot of prep in these videos. You know, a talking head type video where I talk about this kind of content. I might have 8 hours of time invested in getting it so it at least comes out as somewhat understandable. Thinking about the points I want to get across, how to say them. I suck at talking, so I have to think about it. You ever watch my old videos where there's a pause? You know that. My point is that's, let's just say this video. I probably have 8 hours into thinking about this video of my time. That's 8 hours. Now, yeah, I was watching YouTube, smoking a cigar, you know, doing other things, but I'm thinking about this video. I'm thinking about how I want to talk about things. Tool review videos. I have usually less time invested in those as far as figuring out what I want to say. I have to actually have the tool. That means ordering it, buying it, or getting it shipped in by a sponsor. I still need the tool. That takes time. And if you've ordered things as of lately, it could take a lot of extra time. Perfect example is the extended swivel impacts from Gear Wrench. It took me 2.5 weeks to get those. My first order decided to get lost and had to get a refund. Wound up getting it like a month later after I did the review. I think it was a month. But I had to get a refund, reorder it, and just to do a review on a tool because I thought they'd be good and I might, you know, actually think they were usable. But my point is there's time invested in making YouTube videos. And I'm a small channel. Now, my Wednesday rant videos generally are pretty off the cuff, so I don't have a whole lot of time in that. But after I get done tonight filming this stuff, I have to go home, load the files onto my computer, then I have to process the audio, and then I have to import the video into my software, Premiere Pro, then I have to link the audio and video back together, and then I get to sit there and listen to me talk and cut and cut and cut and cut and cut and do all that stuff just like everybody else does that makes YouTube videos. I was talking to somebody in one of the groups and they were talking about just doing it straight. And if you watched my early videos, those are 100% straight. No edits, cut off the end, beginning and the end, that was it. They were long, they were tedious to watch, and that's why you have to edit. But the point of talking about all this stuff about YouTube is the larger your channel gets, the harder and harder it is to keep up with everything you've got going on. This is a business. Regardless of what you think, it is a business. And when it comes down to it, when you get to a certain point, it is a full-time job along with your other full-time job. And that's the point, is as a channel gets larger, it becomes harder and harder to keep up with everything. So a lot of people make the choice to go full-time, which, just an FYI, for this channel, I have no intention of going full-time because one, my value to technicians would seriously drop because I wouldn't be in a shop every day doing the same thing y'all are doing. Tool reviews, well, again, I wouldn't be working with the tools every day. I'd pull them out, shoot a video. If I was doing, repairs, pull them out to shoot a video, put them away. They wouldn't get used to the level they get used here in the shop. That's one of the advantages of me working in a shop is, oh, I live the same life y'all do. No intention of going full time. But that's the thing, is as you become more and more popular, you get pulled in more and more ways. An example of that is when I met Charles, Humble Mechanic, the first time, it was because he came to Atlanta. Why? To have a meeting with Pull Apart. Why? YouTube. He had a meeting to work with them. He needed to come down to Atlanta to meet them. This was many years ago when people still met in person. But my point is he's running a business based on producing online content. And that can get hectic, especially when you have to go into work every day, fix cars, and run another business. If you've ever run a side business, you spend a lot of time dealing with that side business. And your main job can suffer. I get hassled for my lack of responses to questions and comments, and I do my best to read them all. Don't always. I'm not perfect. Time. It comes down to I only have so much time. My Saturdays are spent editing and uploading videos. Every Saturday, I'm at home editing videos. Now, I'm not spending 16 hours editing videos, but I have to edit videos. Right now, I'm at almost 17 minutes on this video. How long it'll come out, I don't know. But I've got to look at this video multiple times before I upload it. So, hope you enjoyed it. As always, thanks for watching. I am the Flat Rate Master.